What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Hey, I'm here. I was not detained by the U.S. Customs. I'm here. Don't worry about that. It's been about a month because I had computer issues. But I'm here now. I think things should work out fine. We'll see when this video comes out. But I did pass through Toronto. And when I passed through Toronto, they got a part where you get off the plane in France and it says if you are going to the U.S., you go this way. So I went that way, and there wasn't anyone. There was like two older couples already going through like the little Canadian TSA. But one guy stopped me and my son. Now this, I think it was race based, and checked our bags and did the swab. He didn't do that to anyone because when I got out of there, there's some other couples that came. More people came. Not a lot, like maybe like five other people came the time we passed through customs, and he didn't stop these people. And these people were, well, we don't even want to talk about that. That's neither here nor there. The thing is that no one was in that park. It was pretty empty, so, and I have a video, and I'm going to put it up on here. But anyway, I'm back, guys. Let's go. 7 signs Canadians are no longer welcome in the U.S. 2025 update, man. What's going on? Now, why are Canadians not welcome in the U.S.? I know why Americans aren't welcome in Canada. Well, Americans are welcome in Canada. You guys always tell me, come on and visit. I was in Toronto Airport. I think when I come back, I'm going to be in Montreal. I need to see how long that I'm going to stay there because if I stay there a while, I'm going to hit the city for sure.
For decades, the US-Canada border was the gold standard. No visas, no tension, just open roads and friendly neighbors. But in 2025, something's changed. Canadians are being fingerprinted, phones searched, and what used to feel like the world's easiest border now feels uncertain. Are Canadians still welcome, or is this the quiet start of something bigger? Something we haven't fully noticed yet? Stick around until number 5. It's the one most Canadians still don't see coming. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe. Because this isn't just a travel update. It's proof that even the friendliest borders can feel unfamiliar overnight. Number 1. The 30-day rule. Every year, nearly 1 million Canadian snowbirds escape the winter and head south, to Florida, Arizona, California. For decades, the border felt seamless. 6 months, no paperwork, no stress. But in 2025, something changed.
Damn.
A new U.S. policy.
So, Canadians were allowed to stay in America 6 months without even. That is some good stuff. Because normally I think it's 3 months. Let's see.
Now requires Canadians to register online with immigration authorities if they plan to stay longer than 30 days. It's part of a larger effort to track long-term visitors. The process is simple, but many travelers don't even know it exists. And that's where the problems begin. Immigration lawyers say they're seeing confusion spike. Snowbird organizations are calling for exemptions. Some travelers have already received warnings. The Canadian Snowbird Association says the rule wasn't designed for tourists, yet it's being applied to them anyway. The effect is real. According to Statistics Canada, vehicle re-entries from the U.S. dropped nearly 32% this March compared to last year. Less traffic, more uncertainty. This isn't about a form. It's about a shift, from automatic trust to silent suspicion. And for Canadians used to 6 months of freedom, that new 30-day line doesn't just feel restrictive. It feels like a quiet test, one that asks, are you still welcome here or just tolerated? Number 2, your phone is no longer private. It used to be simple.
Hold on. Let's address. We're going to address these one by one. Just because they put those restrictions, it's not even a restriction. It's just that you're registering before coming to America. That doesn't mean that you're not welcome in America. Come on now. That's crazy. That's just they're tracking the people that are, non-U.S. citizens. They're just keeping a track on them. That doesn't mean you're not welcome. Okay, I understand things may have changed from the past, but that doesn't mean you're not welcome.
You'd show your passport, answer a few quick questions, maybe get asked where you're staying. For most Canadians, crossing the U.S. border felt like walking into a familiar neighbor's house. But in 2025, the border wants more. Your device. Under U.S. law, border agents can search your phone or laptop without a warrant. They can scroll through your messages,
Bullshit.
photos, browser history, and social media. And you have no legal right to refuse. A recent CBC investigation revealed growing concern among Canadians. Travelers
If they don't have the code to your phone, how they gonna get in it? You're not checking my phone, bro. And we just not, then you just won't be. But still, come on, man. People have personal videos and pictures that they don't want. Come on, precious stuff that. Come on now, this is ridiculous.
worry they'll be flagged or denied entry simply for holding different political views, religious beliefs, or personal opinions.
Crazy.
One civil liberties expert put it plainly: you're exposing your entire life, and that life might be used against you. And now, even the Canadian government is warning its citizens to expect digital searches at the U.S. border, with no clear cause and no requirement for explanation. This isn't targeted, it's broad. Even a meme or a joke from years ago could become grounds for suspicion. In 2025, the U.S. border still opens, but it opens into a search bar. Number 3. Canada's academic warning. When Canada issues a travel warning, people pay attention. But in 2025, it wasn't just the federal government raising red flags. It was one of the country's most trusted voices in education. The Canadian Association of University Teachers, representing over 72,000 professors, researchers, and academic staff, issued a rare travel advisory against visiting the United States. The warning wasn't vague. It specifically urged faculty to reconsider travel if they are transgender, racialized, politically outspoken, or belong to any marginalized community. The reason? A growing pattern of harassment, invasive questioning, and unexplained detentions at the U.S. border.
Now that's what's getting
This
out of
isn't
hand.
politics.
Now
It's
this is what we need to talk about. That's what's getting out of hand. These unexplained detainments, asking these personal, like, what the hell is going on? Like, once you get into America and you see the nonsense, I understand they're trying to keep stuff out of America, but bro, right now I'm in Denver, Colorado right now. Man, on the streets you have drug addicts, fentanyl addicts everywhere. It's crazy. People doing drugs on the corner. You got police over here. They're doing it in front of the police. Like, the stuff that's going on, you're trying to keep stuff out, I understand, but you need to clean up from the inside out. That's what needs to happen. Stop them drugs at the border, yes, but you need to clean up the people that's inside your country. The country has to get clean, bro. It's crazy.
protection. The advisory recommends wiping phones, limiting personal data, and preparing to be flagged, not for what you carry, but for who you are. It warns that Canadians may be detained, interrogated, or refused entry without justification, especially if they fall into one of those targeted groups. In response, universities across Canada have quietly updated their travel protocols. Legal departments are stepping in. Conferences that once felt routine, in places like Boston, Chicago, or New York, are now being second-guessed or skipped entirely. Because when the country's scholars start avoiding your border, it's not just travel anxiety, it's a warning worth hearing. Number 4.
Hold on. Let's get up on there. Now let's address it. They're doing these things not only to Canadians. This is to everyone coming in from another country. No one is getting special treatment. That's what's happening. Now, whether you're Canadian or German or Italian or French, these things has happened to a lot of people in a lot of different countries when they come to America. So, seven-side Canadians are no longer welcome in the U.S. That doesn't listen. They're not single out. How you say single outing? They're not single outing Canadians. I don't even know if that's a word, man. I've been in France so long, I'm forgetting my English. singling out. They're not singling out Canadians. That's for sure.
US-Canada border is still open, the lanes are still there, but the trust, the automatic "of course you're welcome" feeling, is fading. Because when everyday Canadians start saying, maybe not this year, it's not just travel habits changing, it's the relationship itself. Number 5, second-class treatment. This one isn't easy to prove, but if you've experienced it, you know it's real. In 2025, Canadians with Middle Eastern names, South Asian backgrounds, or Muslim identity are facing a different kind of border scrutiny. Longer interviews, more invasive questions, deeper inspections, and often no explanation at all. It's not official policy, there's no press release, but it's happening, quietly, consistently, and disproportionately. Legal advocates and civil rights groups in both Canada and the US have raised concerns about this growing pattern. Not detentions, not deportations, just discomfort, applied unevenly. And it's not just policy that's shifting, it's perception. A recent AP NORC poll shows the percentage of Americans who see Canada as an ally or friend has dropped from 82% in 2023 to just 66% in 2025. That's a 16-point drop in 2 years, and it reflects something deeper than politics. Being Canadian once meant you could expect fairness at the border, a sense of trust baked into the passport itself. But now, that welcome depends on how you look, or who they think you might be. Number 6. Denied without reason. You can do everything right. Book your flights, hold a valid visa, show proof of return, and still, it might not be enough. Just ask Jasmine Mooney, a Canadian actress and entrepreneur. In 2024, she was traveling to Los Angeles to attend a business and film event on a valid U.S. work visa. But when she crossed the U.S.-Mexico border, she was stopped by border agents and taken into custody. She was detained for 12 days. Traveling to Los Angeles to attend a business and film event on a valid U.S. work visa. But when she crossed the U.S.-Mexico border, she was stopped by border agents and taken into custody. She was detained for 12 days. It was dehumanizing, she told The Guardian. No one would explain what I did wrong, because I didn't do anything wrong. She was eventually deported and is now banned from re-entering the U.S., and she's not alone. Dozens of Canadians have reported being denied.
I did a video on this situation. I'm going to put it here. And the thing is that she wasn't only detained, she was held and transferred to different facilities and didn't know what was going on. That has to be horrifying. I'm like, you're being held in jail and you don't know why. You don't know for how long. Like, it's crazy.
Entry without a clear reason. Sometimes it's because an agent feels the travel plans are unclear. Sometimes it's nothing at all. There's no formal charge, no appeal process, just a mark on your record, and a door that quietly closes behind you. In 2025, you don't have to break the rules to be turned away. You just have to make someone uncomfortable.
That's right.
Number 7. Once flagged, never forgotten. The most unsettling part of crossing the U.S. border in 2025? You may never know why you were stopped, and worse, you may never stop being watched. A growing number of Canadians report a troubling pattern. Once flagged, denied, or questioned, they're more likely to be pulled aside again. Not just once, but every time. Even with new paperwork. Even years later. There's no official watch list for Canadians, no formal notification. But travelers know when something changes, when the questions get more specific, when the tone shifts, when you're treated like a file, not a person. The Canadian government warns travelers that U.S. border decisions are final, unappealable, and often not explained.
That's crazy.
There's no way to know what
final, unappealable, and then not explained. See, that's that nonsense, man. That's that nonsense. And like I said before, it's not only Canadians, but our good, great, best friends to the north should not have to deal with this type of stuff. I agree. But it's not only them going through this. Like, this video should have been like 7 signs that foreigners are not welcome in the United States. Because it's with everybody. I also did a video on a Australian lady that was detained. It's not only Canadians, but we shouldn't be going through this with Canada.
Triggered your status, and no way to erase it. It's not just border security anymore. It's institutional memory, quiet, persistent, and nearly impossible to escape. For many Canadians, the border no longer feels like a place you pass through. It feels like a system that remembers you, even when you've done nothing wrong. And in 2025, being remembered may be the most unwelcome feeling of all. So what does all of this really mean? The border didn't close. But for more and more Canadians, it doesn't feel as open as it used to. This isn't about one policy or one bad experience. It's about something deeper, a shift in trust. Am I still welcome there? That's the question echoing quietly across this country. If you've crossed the U.S. border recently, we want to hear from you. Your story might help others understand what's really changing. And if this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe. Because what's happening at the U.S. border today might shape how Canadians travel tomorrow.
Imagine being... It don't matter. Canadians already stopped coming to America. They don't want to be getting treated. They don't want to get treated like that. And rightfully so. Don't come over here. Especially when Donald Trump is in office. He's doing nonsense. See, he started all this BS. You know. And I respect the fact that he's doing it to everyone, not picking and choosing. And I feel like he's not picking and choosing. I'm not sure, but I need to do some research. I'm not sure about people from England traveling to America, if they've encountered problems. But I'm going to look on YouTube and see if we can find some stuff to see. But there's been many people with testimonies from other countries that have said that they've been treated a certain type of way when they travel to America. A lot of countries are saying that they're done traveling to America as of now, until further notice. And I agree. Like, don't come here if you're going to be treated like that. There's no respect involved. He's trying to annex. See, that's the whole thing about Canada. You're trying to annex them, but then you treat them like they're not. You want them to be a part of the. I'm just talking in general. I'm not saying that. I don't agree. I think Canada is great where they are. They're Canada. We're the United States. That's my point. But I'm saying, if you want to annex or even have talks about annex, man, you're not making them feel very welcome by treating them like this. Why would they want to be part of the United States and they're getting treated like they're getting detained for no reason, going through their phones, just the disrespect, even with the tariffs, even how he blaming them for the fentanyl crisis. It's a lot of BS to try to get his way. But if you're being mean to her, but why would you want, like, why would I try to marry this woman if I'm being mean to her? She's not going to want to marry me. If I was to treat her great and, you know, do all the stuff, then yeah, she would probably want to marry me if I was, you know, if it was a good fit. But I'm just saying, nobody wants to be your friend if you treating them like treating them mean. It's crazy. But guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. I just feel like the title of the video should be rephrased to foreigners or everyone from the other country, because it's not just Canadians that's feeling the pressure and the effects of this disrespect that's going on. So let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.